from a goals standpoint, we talked a little bit about companies who are not compliant with current standards, companies who are. Regardless of compliance standards, I mean, what are some goals that you think organizations should start to establish now as the year moves forward?
Yeah, I think whether you've adopted yet or you haven't adopted yet, I said use this as an opportunity to clean your house. This is what we found, with a lot of companies that have already adopted it, and as we're going through some private companies that are adopting it now, is use this as an opportunity to understand what you have and whether you really need it or not. So I'd say one of the goals or objectives I would set up is if you've already adopted, use this now. You've had a couple of years to clean. It's almost like going through and cleaning up a fixed asset register when you hear the stories about like, oh, we have all these assets on the books that have no value anymore, or we're not using. Why do we still have them? Do the same thing with your leases. Go through this. Use this as an opportunity to clean your portfolio up, to understand where you have. And now that you have all this information, hopefully in a software, is understanding, are you putting everything, are you utilizing everything in the right places? Are you using something, underutilizing an asset somewhere, or do you have other parts of your operations that could use more of these assets? Use this as an opportunity from an operational standpoint to reallocate your resources to a place where it makes sense. And also use it as an opportunity on the accounting and reporting side to do the same thing, to clean everything up, to make sure you have all of your documentation where it needs to be, that you understand the impact of all these financial decisions that you're making. And use this as an opportunity more than anything else, is to understand what kind of future decisions are you going to make now that we know what we have, now that we know the impact of it. What are we going to do now that we wouldn't have done, say, 3 years ago, before all of these things came into play, because these fixed charges were out there, and we had assets that we knew we were using, but it wasn't it was a big deal, but it wasn't as big a deal maybe as it is now that COVID and the lease standard have uncovered all of this for us. What are we going to use with what we know now to make better decisions going forward? So one of your goals and objectives should just be to make this part of your strategic process.